Hello, Eagle fans. Welcome to Eagle Football Camp. I'm Jonathan Duran alongside head coach Jerry Mack as the Eagles get ready for the start of the new season as the Eagles will open up on the road at Duke. Coach, thank you very much for joining us.
No problem. Thank you, Jonathan.
All right, Coach, well, you come in this year with something new, and this year we're not talking about a trophy, but we're talking about how North Carolina Central has been picked preseason #1. How does that feel?
It feels good. You know, it's been a long time coming. We put together a couple of years of really hard work, and finally we see some people kind of respecting us and see some people, fans or media, just kind of see what we put together over the last few years.
Talk about that and having that great feeling, but has it shown anything different in practice for the players knowing that they've got that #1 target on their back this year?
I think what you see is a lot of confidence among our players right now. You know, we got a lot of guys that's walking around and been a part of those 3 championships, and now we got some young guys we're bringing in or some transfers we're bringing into the fold. They're just getting adapting to our culture more than anything, but I definitely see a different bounce in their steps, a different swagger than I've seen probably in the past.
All right, Coach, let's talk about the camp itself. How's it been going, being able to integrate some of these new players and transfers into the system?
It's been really good. So far, you know, we got a ton of guys that's kind of new to the system on the offense side of the ball, to the defense side of the ball. A lot of the same guys that have been here for a few years, but we have added some pieces to the puzzle that's going to help us get better. So I'm really excited just to see how this thing kind of keeps progressing and keep growing over the next few weeks.
This is year 4 for you. I know these last few years we've been talking about bringing in a new system, a new offense, a new defense, and this year everything's been pretty much established. So how have the players been able to enact what they've known about the system and work on that in practice?
I think what you see is the transition is a lot smoother, you know, from the way we go about practicing to the way we transition from drill to drill to the way, you know, they know exactly what's the expectation of what the coaches want, and then they know exactly how to hold themselves accountable. So, you know, anytime you know, going into year 4 of a system, there's some continuity between all parties, and that's what I see a lot of right now.
All right, let's break down the units. Let's start on offense. We all know who's not coming back on offense with Malcolm Bell with his departure, but you bring in some transfer quarterbacks and you have new people stepping up into the offensive line. So what have you seen from the offense, and who are some players for the Eagles to look out for this year?
A few players. You know, I'm really excited about working with Michael Sanders. He's one of our transfer quarterbacks. Nair Ramadan is really doing a good job of competing and getting in there and trying to continue to grow off what he did in the spring. Some young freshmen, Chauncey Caldwell and Dominique Schaffner. Those guys are competing like crazy out there, trying to find their roles and trying to find exactly where they fit within the program. Jordan Falutu is one of our transfer receivers from UNC, doing an excellent job right now, along with Xavier McCoy, David Miller, and Jason Murphy. Those are 3 vets that's been here for a while, and they come into play. They're competing each and every day. Up front is obviously where the work in progress starts. Nick Leverett's been doing a good job of trying to be a leader, and Stephen Perry's doing a good job of trying to be a leader up front. After that, we're just kind of trying to figure out what is the best 5 or maybe 7, so to speak, that we're going to be able to travel with and trying to play with on a week-to-week basis. At the tight end position, Josh McCoy and Xavier Crandall have done a really good job, and they continue to work, and they're battling through some things, but the work ethic is there, the wanting to learn is there, which is always exciting and promising. And then at the running back position, I think Darrell McClain and Ramon Simpson, we don't have a 1 and 2 running back. We got a 1 and 1 running back in my eyes. And young guys like Isaiah Todd and Torrey Cotton, they're doing an excellent job as well.
On the defensive side, you see Mike Jones. He's not going to be here this year, but talk about the secondary and the defensive line, which reached a lot of havoc last year.
Right. Well, starting up front, I think it all starts with Antonio Brown and Jaquan Smith. Those guys are vets in the system. They've been around for a long time. They're doing an extremely good job of a leadership role, and not only that, also just demanding of the other teammates around them. In the inside, Roger Harris is a stable guy that's been with us ever since we walked into the program. And Randy, I knew a transfer from Buffalo who was with us in the spring, doing a heck of a job competing. And behind those guys, or not necessarily behind those guys, but guys like Keywan Cox and Tavon Lofties continue to flash for us. At the linebacker position, we just got a host of guys we're trying to work with right now. You know, Reggie Hunter, obviously, he's the most established and the most proven out of the group. But Kenneth O'Neal, Tank O'Neal, and also, too, Denerio Lassiter. You know, those guys are doing a heck of a job coming in the system, learning what's going on, and playing really fast right now, really violent is what I like. At the safety position, Devontae Reynolds has been bruised up a little bit, but you know he'll be back out here in another couple of days or so. But the guys has really been flashing. Marcus Martin is a young corner that's really been doing a good job. Alfonso Carter made some really good plays today, so he has a promising future here, I think, this upcoming year. So overall, just pleased with the defense, their intensity, and how violent they've been playing so far.
All right, Coach, now let's go to special teams. Nathaniel Tilkey comes back this year, great punter, and special teams is being able to put points on the board. It's definitely been North Carolina Central's calling card. Talk about what you've seen from them in camp.
Well, I think Nathaniel Tilkey is a true rock. I think ever since we walked into the building at North Carolina Central, he's had every punt in every game that we played. So, always excited to talk about Nathaniel Tilkey whenever I get an opportunity. But also, too, Aiden Johnson and Adam Lippy, those are two guys that have really been doing a great job kicking the ball for us. We've shown that they're going to be really some quiet kept secrets here in the MEAC this upcoming year. And then also, too, we return our long snapper, Eric Scheckler, has been doing a really good job being consistent. He's in really good shape right now. So we're excited about that group as well.
All right, Coach. So talk about the team as a whole. What do you expect out of them this year?
Our biggest thing right now is just gelling as a football team and chemistry. I think we have some really talented guys on our football team right now, and as a coach, that's what you're always excited to see. But we talk about all the time, talent doesn't win games. We have to be talented. We have to go out there and we play with effort. We have to play with intensity. We have to make sure we cover all the fine details about what's going on in every position, and that's where we're at right now. We're trying to cover some of these fine details so we don't make some of the mistakes that we made last year.
All right, Coach, thank you very much for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you when the season starts.
No problem. Thank you, Jonathan.
All right, Jonathan Duran alongside head coach Jerry Mack. You'll hear from us more from our countdown to kickoff right here on the NCCU Sports Network.
This has been an exclusive presentation of the NCCU Sports Network.